National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
I lost my vision when I was 17 years old in a gunshot accident. I was coming home from a basketball game and lost my vision that way. I had 20/20 vision. After that happened to me, I thought life was over as I knew it because I didn't know anything about blindness or blind people. My name is Ron Brown, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I tell people I lost my vision at 17 and I found the Federation at 18. How fortunate for me, because Dr. Maurer at the time was our state president, and he is now a past president of the National Federation of Blind. But he was instrumental in changing my life for the better, I would say. So I lost my vision, and one of the things that was like I said, instrumental was meeting Dr. Maurer and some other federationists. I met them while I was on the campus of Ball State University, and I felt that my blindness was a negative thing in my life, because every time people would see me with my cane, they would react differently. And I noticed that. And so me and a couple of the students down there got together and said, well, we're going to stop using our canes. And, we're going to do this click and shuffle method of getting around. And that's clicking your tongue to bounce sound off walls, and it's sliding your feet in order to stay in contact with the ground. And so here I am on the campus of Ball State University doing this click and shuffle method of mobility and not having a cane. Now, I'm thinking everybody on campus knew I was blind except me. And because I didn't want to accept it, I wanted to pass. I wanted people to look at me the same way they had normally looked at me, which was, tall guy who played sports, different kinds of things, and not look at me in that negative, hopeless, helpless way. Now, I did this for quite some time until one day I was going through the Cooper Science Building, and here I am clicking and shuffling down the hall, sliding my feet and thinking, oh, this hall's pretty empty, so I'm going at a pretty good clip. But what I did not know is that down the hall, about 100 yards down the hall, was students on both sides of the hallway, and they had their legs stretched out and they were reading, and I didn't know it, so they weren't making any noise. So I'm clicking my tongue, shuffling my feet, sliding on down the hall until I got to that first person on the right side of the hall. I stepped on his legs and he screamed, and I jumped to the other side of the hallway and I kicked this girl's books out of her hand, and her books went flying and she screamed, and then on and on through the gauntlet of bodies, I'm kicking books, and in my wake I'm leaving homework and all kinds of stuff, scattered all over the hall, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, and I'm jumping from one side of the hall to another. So then I turn around and make my apologies, and I go to leave, and I hear the patter of these feet come running behind me, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. And what it was, this guy came and he put his hand on my shoulder. He said, hey, guy, he said, I've been there. That's some good stuff you're on. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not high, I'm just blind. See, then I wanted to be blind. I didn't want to pass then. And so he's, no, that's some good stuff you're on. And I'm thinking, after it was all said and done, I need my cane. I better use my cane. Had they saw me with the cane, they would have looked up and saw a blind person coming, and they would have made, the adjustments, but I didn't have any idea. So the cane was not only just a mobility tool, but it was an informational tool as well. It let them know that I was blind, and it also let me know. So from then on, I carried my cane. I saw Dr. Maurer and Mrs. Maurer on the campus getting around gracefully with their canes, and I'm thinking, that's the way I want to be. That's the mindset I want to have. So I started to explore in the Federation in a way that I had never done before, and I started listening and learning about the philosophy of the National Federation of the Blind. The Federation, it was the path that I chose for my life, and I felt like it was a good path to walk on. sometimes you want to take the path of least resistance, and you don't want to acknowledge blindness, and you want to try to hide it. But Federation taught me that it's respectable to be blind. That just because you lose your sight don't mean you lose your ability to live the life you want. You can do all of that. Not only did it teach me those valuable life lessons, but it also taught me that I could go to school, become someone that I wanted to become, which was a business person. I've been in business now for 30 years. I've been living the American dream, basically, living the life I want, not because I'm blind, in spite of it.
For more information about the National Federation of the Blind, please visit www.nfb.org or call 410-659-9314.